Ryan spent a number of years at Merrimack. He's a local guy from Andover. Spent a number of years as the head coach at Merrimack, and that was I think that was probably one of the deciding factors in choosing Ryan amongst a host of really great candidates, was the fact that he had served as a head coach before. I think that's an important piece to note. He's not coming here with a program that's already established. He's actually building something brand new. And we really felt like it was important, if we had an opportunity to bring a former head coach here, that would really be helpful for us in terms of launching this new sport. Because as every head coach in this room knows, there's a lot more that goes into building a program than just the work that goes on the field. There's all kinds of other things that have to happen, and Ryan certainly has some familiarity with a lot of those things. After leaving Merrimack, he then spent a few years at Yale, which kind of pushed him over the top for us. Certainly from an academic perspective, you can't get much better than that. And on the field, Yale has really done some great things over the last few years where Ryan's been a member of their staff. They've won 10 games 3 times in a row. Won the Ivy League last year, which was the first time I think Yale's done that in over 20 years, and advanced to the national tournament. So he really comes to us with some great credentials. And beyond that, I really like him. He's a good guy. We had some great conversations along the way. In fact, this was a pretty long process. As I said, we looked through hundreds of resumes and got it down to about 7 people that we talked to, or either talked to or brought to campus, and then eventually decided on the guy who we think was the best choice to lead our new program going forward. So without further ado, I do want to have an opportunity to introduce Ryan Polley to you today. Thanks.
Well, thanks everybody for coming out today. Just very excited to be here, and I think I'd be remiss if I didn't start by just thanking a lot of people. This is a tremendous opportunity, and I wouldn't be here without certainly the support of Dr. Brown, Mike, and Drew, who led the search and made me a very lucky person to select me and have me lead this program. I'd also like to thank my parents who came up from Philadelphia. They've been by my side for my entire career. They've made this trip. I played at Merrimack. They've made this trip many times, and I just want to thank them for always coming up and always being by my side. Lastly, I'd like to thank my wife, who, has been by my side through this, through this whole process. And I think a lot of the coaches out here know you kind of come to a crossroads in your life and your career, and you need to make a decision. Are you going to go into athletics, or are you going to go into some other type of career? And my life happened 6 years ago. I was part-time at Merrimack, and I needed to make a decision whether I was going to go for this full-time, or was I going to stay. I was an accountant for a startup company, and we doing well. The company was doing well, and I was doing well with my career. And I just had to make a decision. Was I going to do this full-time and really jump in 2 feet and go work at Yale and do this full-time? And Carolyn was very supportive, and as supportive as any person I've ever been. She's been, as the wife of a coach, we've had our rough times, and she's just been there through and through, and I can't thank her enough. I love her very much, and I'm very happy that she's here. February 14th, 2012 was a very important date for our family. First of all, I learned one very important lesson, that no matter how nice a dinner you take your wife to on Valentine's Day, however nice box of chocolates you get, if you don't get a Valentine's Day card, you're going to be in the doghouse. So I learned that lesson on this Valentine's Day this year. And then I also learned, if you're trying to make an excuse why you didn't get a card, certainly don't bring up the fact that you're opening your season against St. John's, and that's the reason why you didn't get a card. So also, but very importantly as well, BU announced that they were going to start a men's lacrosse program. And from the moment that it kind of came across my computer screen, it was a job that I really wanted. I knew it was a tremendous opportunity for someone. I knew the Boston area. I knew the academic reputation of the university. I knew how Boston was becoming a hotbed for lacrosse, and I knew that someone was going to be very lucky to be given that opportunity. Our season came and went at Yale, and I did as much as I could to learn as much as I could about the university and the program. And three things became abundantly clear in my time learning about the university. Number one, that every person that I talked to has a great love for this university. I was very hard-pressed to find anyone that did not have something very positive to say about the university. As I made it known to people I was interested in the position, it was amazing how someone had a nephew or a cousin, or even they went to BU, and immediately after they gave their affiliation to the university, they would say, I loved it there. It was a great place, a great opportunity for someone, a great university, and it makes nothing but sense for the university to start men's lacrosse. Secondly, when I came on my interview, I was concerned about the size of the university. 16,000 undergrad, urban environment, and I come from a graduating high school class of '84. My college was 2,000, and just the sheer size gave me a little bit of reservation. But from the moment I came on campus, from the moment that I started to talk to people, just the community factor it just grabbed me, and it was one of the biggest reasons that I wanted to be here. Everybody was so welcoming, so friendly, and it was just a place that I really wanted to be. And I got the feeling that it was just a great opportunity and a great place to be as far as just the overall community and the loving nature of the people that worked here. And then thirdly, as I looked at the programs, the athletic programs, I just couldn't help but notice the success of all of them. With the leadership of Mike Lynch, and certainly with the leadership of Mike and the programs, excuse me one second, with the leadership of Mike Lynch, I could see that all the programs were extremely successful. It was hard not to think that I could not be successful here. I'm overwhelmed by the opportunity that's been presented to me. It's something I've always wanted to be a head coach, and I'm very thankful for Mike that he was giving me this opportunity and trusting me to work at this program. I promised, I vowed everybody here that I will give 110% to this program, and at every moment I'll be dedicated to BU and our lacrosse program. I'm very excited to get started, and it's great that everybody came out, and I'm super excited to meet everyone and really get this thing going. So I'd like to thank everybody, and I look forward to meeting everyone. Thank you very much.